How to use a RapidReader app with PatientVu. To start recording a drug screen, select the patient and select Submit Sample. There are 3 ways a user can submit a sample on PatientVu. First, you can select the patient by navigating over to the datasheet on the left. From here, select samples from the available tabs at the bottom of the datasheet. From the Samples tab, you can right-click on the patient and select Submit Sample. The second way to access this feature is to search for the patient using the record search function on the left. After searching for the patient's profile, left-click on the patient's name to open a side menu where you will see the option for New Sample. The last way to access this feature is via the patient's profile page. At the bottom of the profile page, there are a number of tabs, one of which is Samples. Click on the Samples tab and then select the New button, which will also be found at the bottom of the page in order to create a new sample request. Once the Submit Sample or New Sample button has been selected, the user will be prompted to select the corresponding drug screening panel that will be submitted for this patient's sample. It is important to select the test panel that matches exactly to the test panel being submitted. After the panel has been selected, click on Save and Continue. For customers using a label printer with PatientVu labels, these labels can be customized to print QR codes that can be placed on the drug screening panel. These QR codes will have patient identifiers which will be picked up by the RapidReader app. These labels will also be prompted to print once Save and Continue has been selected after a test panel has been chosen. After the user has selected Save and Continue, they will now navigate over to the RapidReader EMR app on the mobile device. On the mobile device, open the RapidReader EMR app by tapping on the purple R icon on the home page. Once opened, the app will automatically sign in if the username and password are available. If it does not automatically sign in, please refer to the How to Set Up the RapidReader app PatientVu integration video for the sign-in process. On the home page of the RapidReader app, there are 2 options to select depending on if patient QR code labels are used. For customers using patient QR code labels, select the Scan Panel option. Once selected, the user will be prompted to take a photo of the test panel. Ensure that the test panel is centered on screen within the white border. If the patient QR code label is recognized, the patient's name will be displayed above the white outline on screen. Once the photo is taken, a preview of the photo will be generated. Ensure that the photo is clear before selecting Continue. The photo will then be analyzed by artificial intelligence and the corresponding results will be displayed once ready. If the patient QR code label was not recognized, the user will now be prompted to select the patient profile from an available list of sample requisitions. Once selected, the RapidReader app will then display the scanned test results for review. The user must review the displayed test results and ensure that the results match the results seen on the physical panel. Once the test results are confirmed, users can tap on Save Results to submit the result to PatientVu. For customers that are not using the patient QR code label, select the Select Patient option. Once selected, the user will be prompted to select the patient profile they wish to submit a test for. All patient profiles that have a sample submission request will appear on the patient search page. Once the patient profile is selected, the user will be prompted to take a photo of the test panel. Ensure that the test panel is centered on screen within the white border when taking a photo. Once the photo is taken, a preview of the photo will be generated. Ensure that the photo is clear before selecting Continue. The photo will then be analyzed by artificial intelligence and the corresponding results will be displayed once ready. Once again, the user must review the displayed results and ensure that the results match the results on the physical panel. Once the test results are confirmed, users can tap on Save Results to submit the results to PatientVu. The submitted samples will appear under the Confirm Samples tab. Users can navigate over to the Confirm Samples tab by selecting Review in the navigation menu at the top, and then from there, selecting Confirm Samples. Users will see all submitted results from the RapidReader app on this page. Users must confirm the samples from here in order for the results to be recorded on the profile. Once confirmed, the user can navigate over to the completed record by opening it from the datasheet or by viewing it under the Patient Profiles Sample tab. All records that have been confirmed will have the status of completed, while records that have only been scanned but not confirmed will have the status of scanned. Patient profiles that have not received results but have submitted a request for a sample will have the status of submitted.